Welcome to my channel. My name's Virginia, and today I'm going to talk about catnip toys. I make these catnip toys for Orphan Kitten of Oregon. I do it free. It's something I do because I love to do things and give back. So I have tons of material. I don't put stuffing that you use in pillows and stuff into the catnip toys, because if a cat is to break that open and then inhale that fiber, it could be an expensive vet bill, and you definitely do not want that. So I take the time to cut material up. So I'll take old shirts that have holes in them, pants, sheets, all kinds of things. The girls at the Orphan Kittens of Oregon, which is kind of difficult to say, a lot of them will bring old clothes that they have holes and stuff, sheets and things like that. I'll cut them up. It does take a lot of time to do. This isn't something fast, but this here is one of the bags that I've cut up material. I cut them into smaller pieces. I'll open it up here and show you. If a cat breaks it open, they're not going to really care. I cut it into small little pieces so I can fill it up. I thought I dropped it on the floor, but I didn't, and everything. And it makes it more safer. A cat really won't eat them. They're like, no, don't want anything to do with it. It's just a piece of material. They might end up playing with it. No big deal. But as an owner of cats, I've had my cats to the vet for fibers being inhaled. It's not fun. I've lost a cat because of it. So I'm really careful about how I do my catnip toys. So with that said, I was lucky enough, a woman had posted on the internet that she had a bunch of material that she had kind of cut up to make quilts and everything. They were small squares, and I was like, I'll go ahead and grab those. At the time, I didn't think about making catnip toys because I was learning how to quilt. Not a quilter. I love to sew, but I'm not a quilter. That's just not my cup of tea. So I thought, well, I have all these pieces. I can go ahead and sew them together and make catnip toys. Now, I do cut up, like I said, the material and everything, and to fill them with. But I only use one particular catnip. Uh, I've tried other ones that have made my cat sick, or I've tried local ones. Like I bought one from Washington State, and it was too fine. It was literally like powder. And when you put it into the toy, unfortunately, you would squeeze the toy and it would literally come out, and you had this mess all over your floors and everything like that. It was too thin. You need to have it a little bit more thicker, like a when you're cooking your items, and I can't think of it. Seasonings. There we go. Sorry, and everything. Don't mind. I have my clicker in my hand. It's just I've got it wrapped around my finger. But this is the catnip that I only use. Um, they're very careful about how it's grown. No pesticides, anything like that. I get it off Amazon. Love it. Just love it. My cats love it. I will post a video, or yeah, a little. I'll post a video in between showing the cats playing with it, so you can get an idea how much they enjoy it. I make them for my cats too. It can be sometimes deadly when you're filling them with catnip, because I have one cat that just goes hog wild over catnip. And you might get a few scratches and stuff. So he's kind of interesting, but but he does get a little zealous and stuff, and that's okay. I don't mind it. I'll make one, sew it up, close it up, toss it. But it is a process of making them and everything. So we have the material, we have the catnip, and these are my cats. So don't mind that they're a little slobbered on, but they're like, I take the squares and I sew them together and finish it up. Now, there is only one thread that I will use for the cats. It is Gutermann. It is a stronger thread. Also, I don't like to put threads in my machine, my Husqvarna, that has a lot of fibers, which Gutermann does not. So, and it's strong. I haven't had any problems. People always ask, "Hey, can I get one?" When the organization hands them out and stuff. I make thousands of them, and I've been doing it for the last, I think it's about 5 years. So this is one of them. There's also this one. I make them all different sizes. Like this, it's a little bit small because they have a lot of kittens and stuff. So they'll cuddle with them, everything like that. They smell really good. The nice part is when you have a thicker catnip like I use, as it breaks down, you could squeeze it and compress it, and it'll refresh it. And they'll start just all over playing with them, tacking them, running around. They make all kinds of noises and just having fun. And to me, that's very important, that they do have that. And when they adopt out kittens or cats, they do older cats too. They'll give them a couple of them. They'll have people that have adopted before. They'll come back and say, "Hey, could I possibly get another? My cat loved them." They'll hand it to me. I know that they're safe because of not using the fibers, also using the catnip that doesn't have chemicals in it. To me, that is really important. You don't want to get your animal sick. You just don't want to go there. I've been there way too much. Last year, I lost 4 cats. Well, the last 2 of my 4, and it really hurt. And so I had them for a while, but it wasn't easy. But to me, I love animals. Um, I used to have dogs, but I don't make dog toys. They're a little harder to make. I don't have an industrial machine to sew like rope or something, things like that. I'm sure I could tie some together, but the materials I get free. People are always saying, "Hey, would you like to have?" They know I sew. A lot of people know I sew. I embroider. I do all kinds of things. But to me, if they're going to give it free, now I only use particular materials. I don't use anything that's fuzzy. I don't use anything that's got glitter that has like a plastic texture to it, or like a foil. None of that. It's usually cotton based or polyester, things that are made out of quilts, you make for blankets, things you would trust with a child, a little baby. So you wouldn't be afraid to, oh, don't have them put that in their mouth, things like that. I don't use like soft binky or material, none of that. I don't want them pulling that fur out and ingesting it and getting sick. I would feel really guilty if something like that happened. So I'm really particular about it. And to me, like this material, I would never use this particular material. I don't think you could see it. Oh, there. See the glitter? You don't want to be using something like that at all. So I do not use this type of material. I will not. But if you have like a regular cotton based, just plain, nothing to it and everything, nothing that's going to come off. These little, they're hidden inside. That's why I make sure my toys are turned inside out, so there isn't the frayed end or anything like that. So for me, it's something I do. I'm very meticulous about how I make them and what I use. And if you ever want to help, send some catnip. I do have a wish list on Amazon, and the only thing I have listed under there is the catnip, and that I do buy out of my pocket and everything. So if you want to help, I really appreciate it. If you like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and we will see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.